So I'm going to break down your gait. We're going to start at the feet first. We're going to look at left foot. So left foot, there's that heel strike right there. Tiny bit of calcaneal eversion. So you hit that calcaneus and then we get a tiny bit of collapse medial right in there. And then what I notice is as you land, that foot stays pretty static. Again, there's not much motion through the ankle, through the midfoot until you keep coming forward. Still no movement of that foot. So again, we're getting a lot of tension along the soft tissues, all on that posterior chain there until the very end. And there we start to pop off the met heads, and then you come through. So on the right side, the compensation's a little bit different. Again, we get heel strike. That's interesting as you cross midline a little bit there. There's your heel strike. And then the foot also stays static as you're coming through. Not much motion, not much motion. But then the compensation is more of, we see it above, how the hip and the leg tend to go into an external rotation in order to clear. And then you roll off more so the medial aspect of the ball of the big toe, and that's where we're getting that callus on the big toe right there. So then looking up a little bit higher, we go into the pelvis. And I just want you to notice as you land on that left foot, so you land on the left, and notice we're going to look at your shirt line on how that stays pretty level as you land on that foot. So we're not seeing the right hip drop very much, so that shows me pretty good alignment of the hip and the innominate through this left side, and then also pretty good stability and control of the muscles there. So notice as you go to your right side, right there as you go to stand. So the hip kicks out just a little bit laterally, and then we see your shirt line drop just a little bit as you land. So again, that's where we started to treat the joint line of the hip. Again, trying to get it inferior, working some abduction. So again, that hip stacks underneath the rest of your body, and then it stacks upon your base of support there. Same thing with the innominate. We worked that crest to get it underneath you. Again, watch that shirt line as you land. Tiny, like right there, that tiny bit of drop on that left side. So coming out, sorry, as we look a little bit further up, we added foam roll just to get that thoracic spine a little bit more mobile, and so we can get some motion, some rotational motion going through the rest of the way up there. Coming forward, I'm going to play you kind of quickly. I just want you to notice first off just the shock absorption. So again, just kind of notice how the shock goes through your leg as you hit. You notice it kind of through the lateral quads. Okay, and then taking you back as we come forward again, I notice again how this lateral part of your leg is driving your gait, and that's where we talked about trying to get more into the pelvis to get the recruitment of bringing your leg forward from the deeper core in the pelvis versus just that lateral leg front of IT band. And we also see a little bit of that rotation again. As you push off that right side, it brings that left leg forward a little bit more. I also noticed too, and we'll figure this out a little bit more as well, I'm looking at your left elbow. So you get a little bit more left elbow bend as you bring that right leg forward. So I'm not quite sure where that is coming from. I'm thinking kind of thoracic spine into sternum. So we'll look at that a little bit more as well.